I may have told this story before. I'm sure I did, but to me, it's one of the classic boardroom Tim Bennett Subaru stories. I came down to give a presentation, and it was 2 or 3 years into the campaign, and I was at one end of the table. You remember that boardroom, and you guys were all at the other, and at the end of the thing, Fred says, "Tim, you tell John about some of the pushback we're getting." And you had to read a letter about how this guy he and his brother would go hunting in the SVX. They'd throw the deer carcass on the roof, and they'd come home. But now that tennis player,
Right.
lesbian.
You're using a pedophile and we're going to hell and all the
So you read
language.
this letter. You had this OPTAG folder, and the letter was in the folder.
All the
And
misspellings.
but you didn't tell me that. Like I'm
written in
mortified.
some court of green ink.
So, all you guys though are stone faced at the end of the table. And Fred, what are we going to do about this pushback? And you read the letter, you closed the folder, and I didn't know what to say, and it was totally a gotcha moment. And then Fred smiles, you smile. Tim, you tell him where that letter came from.
It was the Nebraska penitentiary, and it was some prison mate. Which the part I left out of the reading it was the guy was in for 20 to 25 years. I'm not in the market now, he says, but when I am. I'm not going to buy that car because of that pedophile you're using in your
So that goes all the way back to this fear of offending a consumer. He was, and everybody in the room laughed, and then Fred's like, he ain't buying a car for a long
I'm going to
time
buy
to
one
come."
anyway.